Hello, it's your girl Tiffany. I just wanted to come on and show you all something real quick that y'all should watch, okay? So I'm on Amazon Prime, guys. This actually came out in 2022, but this is my first time seeing it today. So I literally just watched this. It's only 98 minutes, okay? This is talking about MK Ultra, okay? This shit is a trip, the shit that they were showing, okay? They were showing how they were drugging people, from patients to military officials to all kinds of shit, okay? And what they were doing to them, how many people they ended up killing, like all kinds of stuff, okay? This movie is called MK Ultra, guys. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm not really sure if it's anywhere else, okay?
Many drugs were tested in this way. A decision was made at the highest levels of the CIA to test.
Y'all should definitely go and check this out, guys, okay? So, of course, I'm not going to sit here and play this whole thing. There's actually a portion on here that I wanted to show you all real quick. As it relates to this movie, guys, okay? Hold on. I think this is where it's at. Okay, guys. So, this is saying, here, hopefully y'all can see this clearly. Hold on. So, MK Ultra, guys, in the early 1960s, the CIA conducted LSD and mind control experiments on civilians under the code name MK Ultra. The agency recruited scientists and doctors to run these illegal studies at dozens of universities and hospitals throughout the country, okay? So they were testing them on people in universities, in hospitals. They were even testing them on military officials. There was also simultaneously at black sites, something that they called black sites, okay? Which you clearly know a lot of black people were probably like actually tested in different things as well, but they were calling these sites black sites, okay? Located in prisons as well as brothels, okay? The agencies covertly conducted their own ad hoc experiments with the drugs, okay? They tested on the hallucinogenic effects in operational relations to torture, sexual blackmail, and mind control, guys, okay? Ask yourself, why would these people want to sexually blackmail someone, okay? How is something like this like, how is it beneficial? How would it have ever been beneficial to society? Well, how would this have evolved to society or anything? Just think about that, sexual blackmail, okay? So you're basically talking about putting people under mind control, drugging them, putting them under mind control, and different things like that, okay? Sexual blackmail is like either triggering the person to be sexual with someone they otherwise would not be, okay? This is like mind controlling a person to say sexually assault someone, rape someone, okay? Mind controlling them, brainwashing them to be a prostitute, okay? Y'all gotta watch this movie, okay? So that these black sites, they were showing at certain hospitals and facilities what they were doing, and that was just basically having the people take the drugs and different things like that and see how they would react to the drugs, okay? At these black sites, oh, it got down and dirty, guys, okay? And it wasn't just like men, well, it was men and women or what have you, but there was like transgenders and all this other kind of stuff or what have you. But guys, like there was like different things going on in each different little room and different things like that, guys, or what have you. Like this one man, he was like, they would just like beat him and beat him and beat him. And then the agent, and then these were agents. These wasn't random people, okay? Like they would have them hook up with some random people, but like there was agents that was going in there having sex with them. Agents that was going in there beating them. Like this one guy, the one agent, he would beat him for like to tie him up like some BDSM type shit, beat him and then sit him down in the chair and stroke his hair and like, oh, I love you, I care about you, this is the reason why I'm doing, like, mind controlling this person. You understand what I'm saying? The one guy, they literally turned him into, like, it was done to, I think that was the same guy, it was done to him so much, it literally turned him into, like, this murderous type of psychopath, okay? Because, like, when he was by himself, he would have, like, you know, little cut boards of, like, women, and just look like want to rip their guts out, and it was just weird ass shit. There was a transgender, they tested on her, or what have you. Obviously, back then, this is transgender, this person was living as a woman, was actually, you know, still a man, still had their opinions and different things like that, or what have you. They did the testing on that person so often, and then they started using this person as a prostitute. Okay? Like, the shit is fucking crazy, guys, okay? And it ends so freaking wow, guys, okay? And they show how they manipulated this one doctor here. See, he was already doing some type, you know, some testing and different things, and then the CIA approached him. This is the one doctor here, and then at the end, he ended up lying. Like, this patient that you see right here, guys, he's in here they're electroshocking this patient here, guys. Like, it gets crazy. Okay, it gets real trippy. And he ends up, like, he was getting high off the shit as well. He ended up killing some of the agents because, like, they was having him do certain things at the hospital where he was working, but he was steady asking questions. He wanted to know more. So he ended up following one of the CIA guys to one of the black sites or what have you, when they ended up taking his transgender patient that he, like, you know, had a really liking to. You could totally tell that he wanted to fuck this person or what have you, but yeah, and I mean, he into some kinky stuff himself or whatever. He was doing shit, he couldn't even get it up for his own damn life. But, like, there was all kinds of crap that was going on and that they would do to these people, guys, okay? So you definitely gotta watch this movie. I'm not gonna show you all this whole thing. I'm just get to the part right here. This is the person that was the transgender. This is when he met the transgender. It was so a trip, because when he first seen her walking through the hospital when she was admitted at the place or whatever, he was like, you know, oh, who was that? And, you know, and she and the nurse had to tell him he or something like that. But you can clearly tell the look on his face. He was, like, aroused. I mean, he was attracted to this person. So this is just showing, like, the different patients, different things like that. I wanted to get to this other part that I wanted to just show you all a clip of real quick. And so this is at the hospital place when they would drug some of them, and, you know, just kind of see how they would react and what was going on with them. So this one doctor, like, because they was kind of keeping him out of the loop, besides, you know, the testing they was doing at the hospital, he wanted to know, he got curious, he wanted to know where his research was going, because they would basically take his research and, you know what I'm saying, have him to drug his patients and do all this stuff or what have you, but they would take his research. So he got curious, so he ended up calling one of the CIA agents one day, and see, this is one of the black spots here, okay? This looks like it's like some type of old theater or something that's closed down, was one of their black spots that they was, like, literally running their operation out of. They had prostitution going on up in there. They, you know, they was, like, you know, all kinds of things. Beating these patients, raping these patients, having sex, like, all kinds of stuff, okay? This is one of the black spots. But this is the, when he ended up following one of the, agents to the plot. This is one of the guys here. This is a guy who's actually in prison, and he was being tested on. They literally turned dude into, like, this monster of a psychopathic serial killer. I'm telling you, serial killers, they are fucking made, y'all, okay? Like, no lie. These people know it. They were showing all the different types of how they would make them, you know, some of them real sexual, you know, just how they would behave, how they react to being on these drugs. They was just doing all kinds of crap to them, okay? I'm trying to get to the part where it showed at this, and then this part here was so eerie, okay? They didn't really show you, but the subliminals of it, you knew what was going on, guys, okay? this is like one of the patients here, guys, okay? They brought a goat in there, okay? I guarantee you they had them, forced them to partake in bestiality, because they're under, these patients are under the drugs, and they have them come in there and pet the patient, or and then you have a goat, okay? Goat head, the Baphomet, y'all, come on. Satan, like, come on. Have them into fucking bestiality and different shit like that, or what have you. And then the number, you see the number that they got tagged on the goat, 243, okay? 4 and 2 makes a 6, and then you got the 3, 666. Like, come on, bruh. With the goat, like, and you see the patient here, he's looking all confused, but he makes the little noises that the goat is making. He almost goes into like this childlike type of energy or what have you, and he's all laughing and rubbing on the goat and different things, and that woman sitting there is the holding the goat is the nurse or what have you. This is what they was doing to the people. They didn't show it in this movie, but I guarantee you they had them doing sexual things with these animals and shit. And you can just look at the doctor's face and how he was looking, or what, like the whole subliminal of this scene right here. Like, look how he's looking, okay? Like, look how he's looking. He's like, that's good. You know, he went over there and he was petting the damn goat and shit. Y'all gotta watch this movie, okay? It's been a few years since it came out, and this is the other patient here. He gonna end up copying the goat or what have you, almost like in a childlike, you know, making the noises that the goat was making. Y'all, this shit was like so crazy. So this is when he ended up seeing his patient, because the one transgender patient, he went to work one day and she just wasn't there anywhere or what have you, okay? And some of the other patients had died and all this other kind of stuff, but he wanted that. He had, the doctor had taken a liking to the transgender patient. You could totally tell he wanted to fuck. This transgender woman, okay, what have you. So like, he was distraught, honey. He damn near lost his fucking mind when his patient wasn't there, so he wanted to know where she was at. So he ended up, this is when he ended up following one of the CIA agents to one of their, what they call black sites, okay? And so he sneaks up in there and he see, you know, what they really doing up in there, and he ended up stealing some of the, you know, the research, like that they were recording what they were doing in there or what have you. See, this is when they sneak in, and I'm not gonna be able to show all of this because it gets really graphic, okay? But this is inside. Hold on. Okay. So that's probably about as much as I'm gonna be able to show because it gets graphic, okay? He ended up finding the transgender girl. She's in this room here, okay? And she's having sex with this man, okay? So basically what they did is they used the drugs on the transgender person for a while, and then they ended up basically mind controlling her to be a prostitute, okay? And started having to have sex with a whole bunch of different guys. So this is inside this black site, okay? And these are like different rooms, almost like hotel, like they're different individual rooms, but as you can see, like this right here is actually a window that you can see into that room, okay? And he's gonna look, the doctor, this is the doctor now, he's gonna look on the other side of the room, like there's other rooms, okay? And in the one other room, the man is having, one of the agents is having sex with one of the other mind control patients or what have you. And then in another room, the agent is in there with the man that he's got all tied up. I don't think I'm able to show you all this, okay? Because it, like, this shows like nudity and different things like that or what have you. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the, let me see if I can probably barely show you. This is the one agent here. This is the agent. He's in here. This is the guy. He sits in here. He ties him up, and he beats him, and then he gets to stroking his hair and rubbing all over him, you know, and be like, oh, I care about you. I'm doing this because I like you, because I love you. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, and then I can't show you much more of this one over here. That's a whole nother room over there, and that's another agent, and he's having sex with that person. She's completely nude, so I probably can't show that on here or what have you, but yeah. Y'all gotta watch this movie, y'all. You see how he's stroking him, how he's rubbing him, and this is the doctor. This is when he's gonna go and find the research that all the videos that they've been recording or what have you. But did you see how he's like stroking this guy or what have you, guys? Like, the shit is weird, okay? And he's like in there, and that's like the main agent, like, you know, he really got some type of big turn on. And then it was so interesting because they would do all of this, but like a lot of these agents, they was getting high off of some of the stuff, you know, they self. Like, it was crazy because at the beginning of the movie, the doctor, he's like, I don't know what engagement he's at or what's going on exactly, but he, you know, is in the bathroom having sex with this black lady, and so somebody ended up coming to the door or something like that. I don't know if it was, I think it probably was showing like a clip from later in the thing, because it seemed like he ended up doing the same thing. He was having sex with one of the girls or what have you, because when she came out of the bathroom, he had a drink. He poured her a drink, and he put some of that, you know, either liquid LSD or GHB or whatever the hell it was, and they had her to drink it and shit. And I know it was like probably to like mind control her and shit, to make her forget, you know, who he was, where they was, when it happened. But y'all need to go and watch this, okay? MK Ultra. This shit explains, like, it like exposed a whole lot. But you need to understand that MK Ultra didn't stop. This is how they were doing when they were first experimenting on with this in the 1960s. This did not end. They said that they ended the program, but it did not end, okay? Today, they don't need to drug you to mind control you. They got AI mind control, okay? They can do this shit remotely without drugs, okay? Since the advancement of technology and all this other kinds of shit or what have you. Now, if you fucking in a psych ward, or, you know what I'm saying, locked up in a hospital or in jail or some shit like that, then obviously, you know, they got access to plenty of drugs. They'll still drug you to probably get the maximum effects of some shit. But technically, they don't have to drug you, poison you, or like any of the shit that had, like, back then, they had to be up and close and personal with the patients and get you to drink this or take that or something like that or what have you, and, you know, do all of this or what have you. Today, they're doing this shit remotely. Okay, but MK Ultra did not end. Okay, they got some other movies on here. You got CIA covert experiments here, and then you got Illuminati threats here. Okay, so it's definitely some movies that's worth seeing. Okay, on Prime. I actually ran into these today. This one right here is actually a documentary. CIA covert experiments. But the MK Ultra one is actually a movie, guys, okay? But you definitely should go and watch it, okay? Till the next time, guys. Peace. Okay, guys, real quick side note. I meant to show y'all this part here. This is where they were exposed how they were even experimenting. They made it seem like, oh, even when they was doing this, they was doing this on, like, you know, people who was in hospitals, people who were in jails, and that's it. This right here exposed that they were even doing this on military officials. Yeah, they was doing this on prostitutes and all kinds of people. They was doing this on all kinds of people, even unwitting. Like, some of them in here, they try to make it seem like that some of the ones in the hospital, they gave permission to take the drugs and be tested on if the, you know what I'm saying, their charges and different things like that was overlooked or what have you, guys, okay? But look, this is one of the patients here. This is one of the guys here. These guys are soldiers, okay? They was put them in these things or what have you, and they are administered these drugs, and they would like inhale them, and they would get like sick, okay? All of these guys here, they were in the movie, they died. They were once that guy's patients. But when they came into the hospital as patients, he didn't know who they were before. These are all soldiers. All three of those guys ended up dying. Okay, he ended up getting geeked up real bad, like losing his mind, but he ended up dying too. Okay? And so this next part, hold on. This next part shows also military officials. So, like, remember when I was telling you, like, that transgender one that they was using the drugs on, that they ended up pimping out and mind controlling to be a prostitute? Well, the ones that they would do like that, there were certain of the prostitutes that they would use to, like, have sex with certain government officials and other agents and all other kind of people higher up and have sex with them and different things like that. They be on the drugs and different things like that and get information out of them, okay? Which I'm not gonna really be able to show y'all. Oh, hold on, guys. To show y'all much, because so this is her right here. Okay, this is that transgender one. Okay, but do you see the guy that she with right here? You see how he's got on his military jacket? This is clearly somebody higher rank, like somebody in the military higher ranking. He's an older guy. Okay, so you know he drinking the shit, and his drink has got that liquid LSD or GHB or whatever the hell they were using in there. But this is that transgender. Okay, and so he's in there with this person, and you know he about to sit down on the bed, and she gonna, you know, give him palation, make it do what it do. Like, I can't show all of it or what have you, but y'all get the idea, okay? But this was a military official, okay? And so they would have them do this, and like they were mind controlled. Like the prostitutes, they would have them on the drugs for a little while, and after they stick to the drugs, they'd pimp them out and have them prostituting and hook them up with random individuals, military officials, and all other kinds of shit or whatever, and slip them some of the drug and see if they can get information out of them. You know what I'm saying? Or what have you guys? Okay, the shit was like crazy. You see how he's looking? He like, this is a military official. This is when he stole, and like, look, this is another one. Some of these people, they would just torture them. Like, this was like another patient or what have you, that they got, you know, high on the shit or what have you, that's just in here being tortured. He's using some type of devices, just like squeezing this person. This here, he's like choking this guy to death. Okay, I can't show that. Okay, but they had all kinds of individuals having sex with that transgender one. Okay, and they just all running up, and every one of them one that they was having sex with, no protection, no nothing like that or what have you. So, child, you could only imagine. Okay, and this was supposed to be the 60s. Y'all need to go and watch this movie. It was actually a good movie, child. Okay, but I'm telling you, like, these motherfuckers is crazy. But MK Ultra never ended. They're still doing this shit to this day, fucking with people's minds, invading and violating people's minds and bodies and all other kinds of shit. Okay, and they don't even need to drug you today. They don't even need to chip you or implant you today to do this shit. Okay? They lied when they said the shit ended, because it did not.